Hey guys, what is up? Tominator here. So in this video today, I have footage from the Arnold Classic 2018 finals comparison. So this is the evening portion of the event where they brought these guys back out for a final comparison, and this is the top six. But I wanted to focus my attentions mainly on the battle for third place, so that is taking place between Cedric McMillan and Roelly Winklaar, because I feel like there was a fair amount of controversy there. I think that a bunch of people thought that Roelly should have placed higher, that Cedric maybe kind of screwed him out of that third place finish. And truth be told, when I watched this thing the first time around, and my initial impressions were that Roelly was going to take third for sure, and I was surprised to see that Cedric landed in that spot instead, because I had Roelly firmly in the lead between those two after prejudging. But after going back and reviewing this footage right here, I can kind of understand why Cedric pulled ahead, because he is sharper. So you can see the conditioning there. You can see Cedric looks pretty hard. I think he actually looks better than he did in last year's Arnold Classic. Roelly, on the other hand, is noticeably a little bit softer. It's not a huge discrepancy, but when you get those close zoom-in looks like that, you can tell for sure. So I think that part of it could just be the quality of the prejudging footage I was going by wasn't the best, and those finer details on Cedric's physique weren't coming through. So I'm going to give the judges the benefit of the doubt here, because they did have Cedric firmly in the lead, firmly in that third place the entire show, prejudging, posing round, and the finals. So I think that they're usually pretty accurate with their assessments. I'd say the judges are typically about 90%. They get it spot on. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt, because I think that Cedric is better here tonight than Roelly, and I can totally understand why he would place ahead of Roelly Winklaar in the posing routine component of the show, because Cedric, after all, puts on those awesome classical posing displays, and he's very aesthetic. Not to knock Roelly, because I think Roelly really brought something special to this show as well. I think that that combination of fullness and just raw mass, the roundness through his delts and his arms and everything is just awe-inspiring. So I'm not knocking Roelly by any means here. I'm just saying that I understand why the judges would place Cedric ahead, and it simply came down to a matter of conditioning. That's typically how shows are decided these days. That is the primary factor. I mean, along with mass, of course, but all things being equal. Anyway, so in the back double bicep, I think that it's obvious who's going to win this one, because Cedric has a more balanced back. He's got a more balanced physique from head to toe. He's got a superior lower back, that's for sure. Roelly's lower lats there, his spinal erectors just leave a lot to be desired in that pose. I think his lower back looks a lot more impressive in the rear lat spread as opposed to the back double bicep. So I think you might even give Roelly the win here in this one over Cedric, because Cedric looks a little bit smooth, and we'll see that especially in comparison to the Blade, who looks razor sharp as always. But I think, yeah, I would probably give this one to Roelly. I think he looks a little harder now than Cedric does. But overall, I think that Cedric's physique was a little bit more dialed in than Roelly Winklaar's. And I do have to commend Roelly, though, for the most part, keeping his gut in check this show. He was obviously very conscious of his stomach and keeping that held tight, not letting it loose. And I think that showed during his posing routine as well, where you hardly ever glimpsed it poking out. But let's not kid ourselves, guys. A lot of people are saying Roelly didn't have a gut of any kind, and that's not true. That's false flattery, because when he relaxes, you can catch it poking out. Like, he just did a really good job of keeping it tight and sucking it in. But even right here, we'll see in the ab and thigh, when he kind of breathes in and out, you can catch those obliques just flaring out, kind of spilling over. So if it's not sticking out forward, it's poking out to the sides. So you can see it right there when he breathes out every time. But again, it's nothing too bad. I don't think he should be penalized too heavily for it, because I think he still did look really good. But yeah, I'm just saying that I get why Cedric ended up placing in third and Roelly in fourth. So I was going to originally title this video something more controversial, maybe something like, not Roelly gets screwed, because I never thought that was the case, but maybe something like Roelly Winklaar in fourth, nah. But then, when I went back and reviewed this footage, I get where the judges were coming from, and I think that they probably made the right call. So I admit I was mistaken. So yeah, guys, that's just my two thoughts, or two cents about this comparison here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Tominator signing off, and I'll be back.